Hey,
Hi,
Alberto is back.
sorry. That was like we were waiting in the backstage for like 10 minutes, and then the moment to go live, technical issue.
Always.
Always happens. That's what live sessions have. But I'm
Yeah,
glad to be here. Thank you for holding the fort this couple of minutes.
no problem.
Um, well, first of all, hi everyone. My name is Alberto, and I'm the ASEAN Content Manager of Lodgify. And I have with me Lucas, also from Lodgify, one of our top sales specialists that is going to join us in this session. Thank you, Lucas, for being here with us today.
Pleasure being here, Alberto. Pleasure being here again.
Yes, as Lucas says, it's again because after the success of the previous live demos that we had, we just needed to continue with the series to be able to show you firsthand in a live session all that Logify can do for you. And also, as you know, I will share my presentation now and we can go through the agenda for the day. But as some of you have already seen and have been interacting, we have a chat on the right part of your screen where you can just leave any questions that you have, because at the end of the session we will have a Q&A where we will try to answer as many questions as you have about Logify.
And
So,
Alberto, let me help you with the presentation. I start sharing already, so
yep,
let me know if that's okay with you. I feel like
that's
it.
perfect.
Okay, perfect.
So this is us. You already met us. So let's walk through the agenda for today. So first of all, Lucas is going to show you all the benefits and features that Logify has and how we can empower your vacation rental business. So here we are to help you, and we're going to show you how. The second part of the presentation is going to be a product walkthrough where we're going to walk you through the main features of our software, and then get ready for some magic in action, as Lucas will also show you everything you can do with Logify. But I would also recommend you to stay until the end of the presentation because we will have a special surprise for all of you attending this session, and also we will show you a step-by-step guide on how to easily get started with Logify. And finally, as promised, we will have a Q&A at the end where you can leave any questions that you have, and we'll try to cover as many as we can. This should take us around 45 minutes. Depending on the question, we might get to an hour, but it should not last longer than that. And just before I pass the torch to Lucas. Just some bonus track here. On top of everything that our software has to offer, we also have a lot of resources for you to help you and empower you to achieve the best of your vacation rental business and success. So here are some examples that I will be sharing afterwards, the link on the chat. So we have a lot of short-term rental guides and a lot of resources from welcome books, rental agreements, house rules templates, etc., for free that you can use in your business. We also have a blog where we publish, I would say, maybe around 3, 4 pieces of content every single week, from news related topics, regulation, taxes, trend things, product updates as well. So if you want to stay updated about everything going on in the vacation rental industry, you should definitely keep an eye on that. On top of that, we have and host regular webinars and workshops with partners in the industry, but also with property managers and owners that are telling firsthand how they are managing their business, and also with some key stakeholders within the short-term rental industry. And last but not least, we have an online vacation rental academy, also for free, where we offer online courses for everyone getting started in the business, or even some of those that are more advanced in this industry and want to just uh, you know fine tune some of your skills when it comes, for example, to marketing, SEO, social media, photography. We have a wide variety of different topics covered in our academy. So like I said, I will leave the links to all of these resources that I mentioned in the chat so you can access them whenever you want, whether you're a Logify customer or not. That being said, Lucas, I think it's time for you to do your magic. So I will leave you to
Okay.
show the people the product. Thank you, everyone. I'll be managing the chat in case you have any questions.
And thank you, Alberto. Thanks everyone for being here. So it's always a pleasure presenting our quick demo, live demo. So let's start with what Lodgify. So a little introduction about us. So Lodgify is a software that helps you manage, automate, and grow your short-term rental. You can reach the maximum potential of your rental property and take full control of your small business with our comprehensive vacation rental management software. So a few facts about Lodgify to give you context about it. So Lodgify is just more than technology. It's a full solution for your short-term rental business. We are committed to empowering and supporting owners and property managers every day. Perfect. So Lodgify, we like to say that it's created and offered by people for people. We got 24/7 customer support in 6 languages, so we got you covered. I always like to bring this slide as an introduction, and John already saw this before because we went over a demo last week. So, John, you already know this by heart. So, just a quick introduction about us. So, Lodgify is the number one all-in-one platform for vacation rental owners, serving over 200,000 users more across more than 180 countries. We are verified partners across all the top platforms, and of course, we have won many awards. But the most important thing for us is, of course, customer perception. And you can see here that they really see the value on what we have to offer. And of course, Lodgify, we have over 12 years of experience as an industry leader, so we are really passionate and we understand what we do. Okay, so in a nutshell, I want to give you an overview of what we offer so you can see how comprehensive it is. And then we go through all the, let's say, the specific details one by one. Okay. So, all in one. So, with Lodgify, you get all the tools you need to manage your rental properties. So, everything is fairly easy. So just straight out of the oven, we add two new functionalities, which is the guest invoices and, of course, the lock management. So if you're looking to manage your smart locks, you can already do that within Lodgify. So that's already perfect. So keep your eyes peeled for those functionalities, and everything will be there for you inside your profile. Channel Manager. So, are you already set up on Airbnb, Booking, or any other platforms, considering using more than one? So, Lodgify will cover those spots. So, we offer you a centralized channel manager to unify your calendars, rates, reservations, your nightly rates, and all that. Everything in one view. So, with our syncing functionality, you can say goodbye to double bookings, inconsistencies, lost revenue from missed reservations. So you can connect all your listings across all the OTAs with our multi-calendar. For example, Airbnb, Verbal Booking, TripAdvisor, or any emerging platforms. And of course, we give you the ability to connect with Google Vacation Rentals. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about them in a second. So with a unified calendar, you can effortlessly register your rental or even more OTA to increase visibility, and you get the chance to get more bookings, of course. Better occupancy rate without having to manage everything individually. So we save a lot of time here, folks. Website builder. So with Lodgify, you can create your own website. That way, you are not only tied to the platform. So our user-friendly direct booking website will help you get direct bookings, and of course, it helps you get more visibility and grow your own business instead of only relying on the other platforms, of course. TMS. So apart from the visibility and thinking across all the channels, we want to make your life easier. So that's super important for us, of course. So with Lodgify, we will streamline your daily operations, integrate your payments, automatically adjust your rates, of course, to maximize revenue. You can use our own dynamic pricing tool for that. So we have another things to complement, which is like pre-automated checking, coordinated tasks with your cleaning crew, and do much more. So everything will be there for you on the property and reservation management tool. Automation and AI. So effortlessly manage clients, answer guest questions with pre-saved common answers, even automatic recurring messages or using our AI messaging generator. So you can also uh, do your tasks, your daily tasks with our AI and automation tools. So everything will be there for you. So we'll think to make your life easier. That way you're not wasting time on those more like mundane things. Mobile app, folks. So Lodgify is an easy tool, and the idea is actually that you don't even need a laptop or desktop. You can take it on the go. So we offer for that, of course, the best mobile app for vacation rental management. So it gives you control over your vacation rental, allowing to manage from your phone in a couple of clicks, like bookings, reservations, tasks, messages, and all that. Everything like the most important core features would be there for you with our mobile app. Reporting. So on the other hand, Lodgify offers reporting tools and connects to Google Analytics. So everything So it doesn't hurt to get more information, right? So you got a lot of information by revenue, and of course with Google Analytics, you have information about your direct booking website, so you understand how your customers are performing, what they're clicking, or maybe what you can improve as well. Okay, so marketplace and onboarding, folks. So Lodgify, of course, those things that I mentioned before, they are features, so they are part of our software. But another thing that we provide is, of course, top-notch support. So for that, we have free onboarding. So whenever a new customer joins Lodgify, they will have onboarding session. So the idea behind the onboarding is actually our our technical guy will send you like a Google Meet, and then you can go over all the questions and the most important part of the setup. That way, you're not fumbling around trying to think by yourself like the most complicated things. You just have someone to guide you throughout the whole process. After the onboarding, you're live, good to go. You have, of course, support. So whenever you need to reach out to someone, you can always find someone on the other end of the line. And when I mean like someone, it's gonna be a human being. It's not gonna be like a bot or a voicemail or anything like that. In marketplace. So with that, Lodgify can integrate with industry-leading tools to simplify your workflow, meaning that not only will provide a top-notch product, but you can add the extra bits and pieces to better complement that already good service. So if you need, let's say, to manage your accounting tool or things like that, we have everything there. So if you need like insurance, we have things to help you with that. So you can just go in our marketplace to experiment and see what we have to offer, but we have a lot of things to complement our services. So that's it, folks. Oh yeah, and I feel like I need to make this super obvious regarding onboarding. It's free, folks, so you don't have to pay anything extra for it. Okay. So with that being said, let me stop with the presentation and let's go with the demo per se. So give me a second here. While I'm changing screens, Alberto, anything that you want me to like answer? Any questions? Anything?
I mean, there was a question from Maria. I already answered it, but if you want to add some extra context to it, basically she was asking, for example, when you mentioned about the channel manager and the connection with
Mm-hmm.
Airbnb, variablebooking.com, if it was necessary to actually open an account with these three different platforms. So I already answered that it's not really necessary, but if you already have an account, you can easily connect them and manage everything from one centralized platform and also synchronize automatically bookings, calendars, rates, and more. And on top of that, if you want to connect them, the sync process is very easy. We have a direct integration with them, so you won't have to be like copy pasting any information from Airbnb onto Lodgify or vice versa.
Exactly.
So,
Perfect. That's it.
but feel free to add anything if if you want
No,
to.
it's already. I feel like you did a great job there. So let me. Oh yeah, you can already see my screen, folks. And I always like, and this is already Lodgify. So I always like to start by demos by going on a rental page. So here is where you can fill all the information about your properties. You can manually do this, or you can import that all that information from Airbnb. So you could just go here. Let me show you quickly. So you can copy all that information or create one from scratch. So once you upload or create from scratch, all your properties will be in one place. So if you need to change anything, so you just go here. And you can maybe change like, oh, Lucas, I need to update my description. Just go here to do that instead of going back and forth. Lucas, I need to upload pictures. You just go here to do that. Let's say, Lucas, I need to update my rate. How do I do that? So should I go on the platforms? Should I go on Lodgify? That is a good question, and that I asked myself. So, so what you could do is you can go here on default rate, and let me show you. You can set up your own default rates, and of course, minimum stay through here, and of course, have a lot of things to customize, like having a different price per weekday, minimum stay per weekday, and all that good stuff. But of course, we know that the business are completely seasonal, so you need to customize that. And in order to do that, you can create your seasonal rate. So you can create like winter, which is like high season, a summer low season, and once that season starts, it will increase the price to the new amount that you set, and after it ends, just goes back to the normal rate. Okay, let me show you the promotions and add-ons. So this promo and add-ons, this is extremely important and it's available and exclusive to your website. So the idea here is that with the promotions, you can give like a birthday discount for your customers. You can create like January 20 to generate 20%. So whenever someone uses that discount code, they get a discount that they get a percentage discount on your website. Another way to, let's say, reactivate older customers, older leads that are not coming back to your property for a while. And add on to your folks, super straightforward. So this is where you set up like, oh, I want to provide my customers a extra breakfast or like a transfer from the airport. Anything that will upsell the reservation, you can include here as an add-on. One thing too, folks, I was talking about rates and all that. You can manually do that. That's okay. But you may be wondering, like, Lucas, can I use something to optimize that automatically, make things like more efficient? You can, and we provide that for you. So if you go here on your settings, you will have access to, and this is already like a pro tip, you have access to dynamic pricing. And once you're here, you can enable or disable dynamic pricing for any of your property. So the idea is that once the dynamic pricing is enabled, our tool will take a lot of, it's around like 40 data points into consideration, like competition, seasonality, location, and all that to generate the most optimal and competitive price for your property. And of course, you can fully customize the minimum, maximum, and have different, let's say, seasons with different minimums and maximums. So this is already a good solution for you. The only thing is that you have to keep in mind is that dynamic pricing will be an added feature and works with a percentage base. So if you enable this, it charges the 0.8%, but as I told you, it's completely optional, and you only get charged if you get a reservation while using it. Okay, so just be aware of that. As I promised, folks, you can see all the updates from the different platforms in one place. So maybe you will want to, let's say, see all your reservations. So you got a menu dedicated for that. So let's use Jasmine here as an example. So here you can see like a breakdown of the reservation, guest information, and of course, if you want to exchange messages with Jasmine, you can click here, and if you type it out, Jasmine would receive that on her end, like on Airbnb, Verbal, or whatever, and you wouldn't even notice that you're using another software to communicate. So it's really simple, straightforward, and this saves a ton of time. And of course, this will help you not miss those, let's say, messages from customers because you're not changing platforms constantly. And you can tell where the reservation is coming from because it will display the logo of the platform. So I know it's only showing Lodgify here, but it's just a demo account. On a real life account, it would behave differently. As I promised, folks, here is our inbox tab. So you can see all the messages that you exchange with your guests. And this follows the same principle as the reservation tab with the logos and all. So if you want to have a chat with John, you can just type it out, and there you go. If you want, and of course, you can, like, you can save templates beforehand. So if your customers are always asking the same questions and that gets tired at some point, you can create a template for that. And whenever someone asks for like an early check-in, you just have that ready. Another thing that you can do too is click this button, generate with AI. So remember that I mentioned we have AI capabilities. So there we have it. So the idea is that if John asks, like, Lucas, can I bring my dog? You can click here, generate with AI, and our AI tool will analyze the question and provide an answer accordingly. So in this case, take into consideration if you allow pets or not. I don't have a message from John, so what I can do to demonstrate that is like, and it's going to be a little bit weird, but let me show you. So I'm writing some gibberish here because the secondary option that we have with AI is actually improving your message. So if you click here, come on, my friend AI, there we go. So you are welcome to bring your dog with you. So it just improves the text, easy as that. So creating a message and improving a message, it will behave like the same. Let me show you folks the calendar.
Also, Lucas, if you allow me, all
Of
this
course.
information, for example, about whether I should bring or not a dog, this is taking information directly from your account as well. So all these things that you have set up, it will read your history, it will also read your amenities, and then it will craft your reply based on the functionalities that you have set it already in your account. So it's not just
Exactly.
coming out of thin air, it's obviously analyzing your account and your history.
Our AI tool is not guessing, so it knows. It knows it's studying. So that's it. Thank you, Alberto. Makes total sense. Another thing, folks, is with the calendar, you have not only the multi-tab, you have the single and 6 month. With the multi, you can see everything at once, and you can actually interact with the calendar, meaning that you can go here on Father Christmas, and you can see the reservation, like the breakdown. If you want to interact with the calendar, let's just to block some days because maybe you are going to be there for a couple of days or the property is going to go through renovations. You just go here, here, close period, and let's say owner thing. Once you click and block, it blocks automatically across the board. Easy. Another thing that you can do too, folks, is you can update your rates through here. So let's say from Monday to Wednesday, $50 is a little bit too cheap. So I want to increase that by a little bit. So let's increase by 100. So once you update here, update across the board. Easy as that. Single view, folks, is just one property at a time. And if you want to select the others, you got a drop down menu for that. And 6 month is a more visual interpretation of the calendar, where you can see available slots in green, confirmed reservations in red, tentative in yellow, blocked in black from January to June. Super, super easy. One thing that we really like to provide, and that's completely important, folks, of course, to save time and optimize your business, is automatic responses. So whenever you got someone staying at your property, confirming a reservation, issuing a payment, you can have a message ready for that, and you can customize per property, sorry, per prop platform. There you go. So let me show you an example here on reservation. So whenever someone makes a reservation, you got this message ready. Oops, let's use this one. There you go. So you can see the subject, you can see the body of the message, you can fully personalize that, and you can use those blue thingies here. I call them, not I call them, like the company, we all call them the messaging placeholder. So the idea is that the messaging placeholder will adapt depending on your guest's personal information. So we got you covered. Let's hop into our second solution, our second part of Lodgify, which is the website for direct bookings. This part at the beginning of our demo, it's focused on the channel manager part. Thinking about that as everything that you update, here updates across the board, and everything like every information that you get on the platform, it will be transferred into Lodgify. So this is the channel manager part. Now into the website builder. So here, folks, let me show you. There we go. So we have a template-based website. So the idea behind that is actually that anyone can build a website. So you don't need to know coding. You don't need to follow super complicated steps. You don't need to do basically nothing super complex. So the idea is just follow the tutorial that we provide, and you're gonna be super good. So let me show you how that actually works in reality. So let me change one from one template to the other. So from Brooklyn to Livingston, you can change the overall look and feel of the platform. So you can see that it just changes. Let's go with Hideaway so you can see. Okay, but I'll go back to Livingston because this is my favorite. So once you change this, you can of course change even other like more specific things like colors, font, buttons, borders, background image. That way you can have it like a slideshow instead of having just one image there. You can change, of course, the logo here and everything that you see, like different tabs, images. So if you want to do that, you just go here on pages. And here on my left, on your left as well, you can see all the different tabs that I created. And of course, if you want to create a new tab, you just go here and click add page. So let's say I want to customize the sightseeing tab. I just go here, edit, and there we have it. Come on, load. There we go. So the idea here, folks, is that on the sightseeing tab, I can change anything. So if I want to change this text, I click, and you can just customize it. I want to change this image. You click, and you can customize it. If you want to reorder things and change how they behave, you just go here on the left. Let's say you want to change the order of this image. So instead of being here on my left, it was going to be on the right. So just drag and drop. And there you go, update it. If you want to change this text and be like, I want this to be in the middle, just go here, drag and drop. There you go. So let me go back. So this is super easy. I always like to keep in my head it's kind of like building blocks where you can just get new building blocks, you can rearrange the others. So it's pretty easy. Okay, let me give you. Oh yeah, another good thing to have is, folks. I know some of you already have an external domain and you want to use that, so you give you the ability to not only use an external domain but create a domain with Lodgify too. So that we got you covered. Another thing that it's important too is by creating a website for direct bookings, you can receive payments directly there. So we allow payments like credit card, PayPal, manual transfer. So your customers can choose a lot of options, and of course, everything will be simplified and synchronized in one place. Okay, so let me show you now, folks, the last but not least, RPM modules. So I like to think of this as like the most advanced side of Lodgify. So let me show you what you're going to see here. So this is RPM module. So here you can monitor like revenue, occupancy rate, taxes, or like everything that like the most important information. So if you want to see the revenue, and sorry, taxes is not here. So it's in the other thing. So if you want to check revenue, you can just click here and you have like historical data. You can compare not only historical data like week on week, and you can compare different properties as well. So we got you covered. Another thing that we can do too, folks, is invite staff. So I know that if folks are like, not only you're going to be working on managing the properties, maybe you have like an admin or have like a cleaner and all that. So you can add them here and you can manage the permissions accordingly. That way it simplifies and centralizes the teamwork of your crew. So another thing, once you add your cleaning crew here, you can create tasks for them. So let me show you. Once you go here on tasks, you can see that we got like a more simplified version of the calendar where you can see like check-in, check-out, number of guests, and tasks, of course. You can create tasks by manually creating here on calendar. So let me create a task here. So I'm going to say that Lucas is going to change light bulb, this property starting on January 23rd. And of course, needs to be done at the same day because nobody takes like 2 days to change a light bulb. So once you do and assign this to Lucas, you just save. And once it's saved, Lucas would receive a notification in his cell phone letting him know that he needs to do this task at that property at that time. And in order for him to receive that notification, he just needs to download like a free app that we provide, and that's it. Everything will be there for him to see. We know that like clicking and creating tasks manually every time could be a little bit of annoying. So for recurring tasks like cleaning or maybe gardening, you can make them automatic. So you can go here on schedule tasks, and you're going to say that this cleaning task with this description, it's going to create itself automatically at the checkout. So after every checkout, it creates automatically this task. And this task needs to be done or needs to be over before the next check-in. So once that's saved, you can see here on the calendar, you got cleaning task, let's see, other cleaning task here. So it happens automatically. That way you don't have to worry about those recurring tasks anymore. Another thing that we provide is owner statements, folks. So this, I like to think of it as like a bookkeeping tool to keep track of revenue and expenses. That way, you, of course, if you're managing properties for different owners, you can generate monthly statements for them. So let me show you an example here. So here you can see like, oh, for October on the for those three properties, I got my total income, what came from bookings, fees, revenue, taxes, and all that. And you can see the summary of payments here. And if you scroll down, you can see an even like more in-depth breakdown of those things at the top. So you can see everything. And of course, you can share this by email. So we got you covered on the owner statement. Okay, and last but not least, folks, we got the checking form. So the checking form helps a ton when we're dealing with direct bookings because maybe you want to ask more questions about them to know the customer better and to give us like an extra layer of protection. So if you want, you can go here and you can do an online check-in. And here you can open the online form and you have your questions here. We have like default questions, but you can customize them too. So can you let us know how many people will be staying? What time will you arrive? Can you provide full name and legal ID? So just extra information. Doesn't hurt, as I told you. So it's just another way to, of course, give you info, protection, and just get like a better, an overall more tailored approach to your customers. Last but not least, I said this, I feel like a couple times now, we have the guidebook. So let me show you. With the guidebooks, you can create local guides for the property. So the idea is that, let me see if I found a good one. I don't like this one, but just let me show you as an example here. So the idea is that this is going to be a white canvas that you can add any block of text, image, slideshow, anything through here, and you can share that over with your customers. So I know that this I didn't waste a lot of time like changing things and all, but the idea is that you can have any block of text, image, everything will be here. So as I told you, this is a white canvas that you can just rearrange and reorder things, and of course share this with your customers afterwards. Okay, folks, I feel like this is a quick wrap up. So we went over all the things that we offered. So we covered the channel manager part, then we cover the website builder part. So we're tackling not only platforms, but direct bookings. And if you're looking for more robust solution, we got the property manager module, which is the advanced side of Lodgify with extra features that will give you like an extra leeway, an uh, extra, again, extra things, features and all that for your business. So it's really, really valuable. So anything else, Alberto, that you want to add before I show more about our presentation?
No, think you can go ahead. We have a few questions, but we can take them. We have three questions so far, new questions. We can take them at the end of the presentation.
Okay, let me just go through. Okay, folks, how to get started and special surprise. Oh, I just gave you a spoilers, but the special surprise is all of our customers that attended our live demo will receive a 30% discount tomorrow. Is that right, Alberto? They're going to receive that through email, right?
Yes, exactly. So thank you, Lucas. Everyone that has attended, registered this webinar, and we will send you a thank you email tomorrow for attending with the recap and the recording of the session. And that specific email will also include this little surprise, like Lucas said, a 30% discount. It's gonna be a unique. Personalized coupon for each one of you, applicable only for our subscriptions, professional and ultimate plan on yearly and bi-yearly subscriptions, and it's a one-time coupon, but it expires on Friday. So we'll make sure to get it to you as soon as possible so you can use it before it expires.
Don't forget, folks. So it's going to be there for you tomorrow. So don't forget to use and upgrade before it expires. Okay, 30% is a really big deal. So how to get started? Step one, you sign up for a free trial. So you can visit lodgify.com or you can scan the QR code here that I'm sharing with you, folks. Another thing is if you're maybe unsure and want to have more like tailored approach, you can schedule a demo through the second QR code. Maybe it's going to be me, maybe it's going to be someone else, but the idea is that through that demo, we go over all those most specific things and of course, we can focus on the more, let's say, detailed questions that you might have. Step two, you can select the plan that will fit your needs the best. So you can go with the starter, professional, and ultimate. So remember that our promotional code that we're going to share with you is going to be available for the professional and ultimate, not for the starter. Okay. Step three, you can schedule after you finish the subscription, you can schedule your onboarding call. So as I told you, the onboarding call is going to be like a more hands-on technical call where we go over all the setup process and teach you how to use Lodgify, which is the most important part, of course. Step four, or during our onboarding, our agent will provide tips, set up trainings, connect your channels, help get your listings ready. So the idea, of course, is after the onboarding, everything is live, ready to go, as you can see here on step five. And that's it, folks. No secrets, no. Oh, yeah, and let me highlight this again, free of charge. So use this as an extra benefit. So we provide a really good onboarding service, and it's really important for you to go and follow all the, let's see, all the lessons and teachings that we have. That way you can maximize your, let's say, the usability of Lodgify and of course maximize your revenue as well. So right now we can focus on the Q&A, folks. I feel like we don't have a lot of questions here, right? So we can tackle them.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a few questions. I know that Maria has a question about subscribing yesterday. I will just take this one quickly. You can actually, from your own Logify account, there's a way of contacting support. So you can just send a message to them and they will redirect it to the team that needs to take care of the question. So it's better if you do directly from your account. I will send you, if not, an article from our knowledge base on how to contact support as a customer. But
Exactly.
before that, yeah, sorry, Lucas, there's three questions. So I think I can take the first one about AI. Then
Okay.
you can take the next two. Basically, John is asking, will you be using agentic AI in the near future? So to give a bit of context, and correct me, John, if that's not what you meant, but basically, agentic AI refers to AI that it's kind of like can self answer without the human interaction, basically like a bot that is on autopilot mode. So if you get a message or from a guest, you can set that up, and that AI will automatically answer without you having to, let's say, go back to your inbox and craft a reply. So in terms of that, a couple of notes here. We have our own squad of developers focused on AI implementation. So they're focused on implementing and improving everything that we have in terms of AI. So going back to the question of if we're planning to implement this or not, it is in the plans. The team is investigating this. It's going to be more midterm than short term, but they're looking into this. The idea is to first start with a co-pilot mode, and eventually, once that's properly tested and we know that it works perfectly fine, then we will work on implementing an autopilot mode. But AI is a very tricky technology, and it's not something that we will just want to release, because then if AI starts replying things that it should not, or doesn't escalate properly
Yeah.
conversations when it has to, then it could mean loss revenue for our customers. So basically, short answer, it's something that we want to implement. It's being investigated at the moment how to do it best. The first stage would be more in the co-pilot mode to eventually offer an autopilot mode, but it's something that is going to be more midterm. So it's not going to be in the next, let's say, next quarter, for example. But it's something that, yes, our AI squad is working on implementing at some point.
Perfect. So another thing, I see the question here from Henry. So Henry, that's a really good question, and thanks for reminding of that. So yes, different platforms they charge different fees, and you need to adjust your nightly rates accordingly. So in order for us to do that, you can set up, let's say, the base price here. So it's gonna be like $400, and you're gonna say that with the right rate, you can increase that by 15% on Airbnb, 20 on Booking, and 4% on VRBO. So you can adjust your markup accordingly. That way, at the end, you know your net revenue. So it's better for you to prepare. And of course, you are not losing money on those platforms because you cannot update your rates accordingly. Okay, so you can do that through here. And
Awesome.
Maria, right, Alberto? I feel like Maria is the next.
Yeah, the question of Maria was the one about how to contact the team, I think. Oh, no, there's a different question. Sorry, my bad. Can you uplift your own front page rather than using the template one?
Okay, perfect. So what I got from you, Maria, is that maybe you already got a WordPress website or maybe like a Wix one, and you don't want to lose that, and you just want to add a direct booking capability. You can do that. So not only you can create a website from scratch with us, you can get a booking engine and plug into your external website. Okay, you have both things going, and you can choose which one is the best solution for your case. Okay, but we got you. And yeah, John, don't fear Skynet, but we need to control a little bit.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, we all know how that ends if you've seen
Yeah.
Terminator. So, um, there's another question from Henry. If you can take that one while I'll send the link to Maria on how to contact support.
Mm, okay, so let me see. Will Lodgify take any commission on direct booking? Is it possible to set an unbookable day before? Yes. So Henry, we take a commission of 1% for your direct booking website. And is it possible to set up a unbookable day? Yes. We call this preparation time, and you can set up like a 1 day or 2 day window where your property is going to be closed for preparation, of course. Let's see. Last question, a bit awkward but better asked. What happens if I decide to stop subscribing after some time? Is that an offboarding process? So offboarding process, meaning like to help you with transition. But let me explain how that works. So whenever you cancel your subscription, you're not penalized by any means. Nothing happens. You just move forward to your next platform. So the idea is that even if you subscribe with the yearly, you can leave Lodgify at any given time, and you're not gonna be anything like nothing bad is gonna happen there. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is the refund policy. So Lodgify, we work with a 14-day refund policy. So after you subscribe, you got 14 days to cancel. If you cancel during that time, we give you all the money back. But after that, we keep the remaining amount as a credit for you to use in the future whenever you come back to us. And Henry, if that's not what you mean by offboarding process, let me know and you can specify, and I'll tackle that for you. Okay?
So I think that's the last of the questions that we had for today. We actually made it in 45 minutes, so that's
Yeah.
perfect timing. Uh, Awesome. Thank you, Henry. So if there's no more questions, I think then we can close the live demo here. Like I mentioned before, we will send you tomorrow a thank you email for attending with the registration and the coupon code for your registration to your subscription to Logify. We would love to have you on board with us. And as I also mentioned at the beginning, we host regular webinars and different sessions. Some of them are more marketing focused to learn more things about the industry, but some are also product webinars on how to make the best use of our features. So on top of your uh, onboarding process, you will also have access to these webinars, the online academy, and also the knowledge base where you have articles on how to do most of the things that you need to keep in mind when using Logify. So I will just close it here. It was really a pleasure to have you all here, everyone attending, and especially also to you, Lucas, for, as always, being so clear with the product demo. Uh, so yeah, if there's, I think we can wrap it up here. Lucas, any final words?
Perfect. No, yeah, that's perfect. Always great being here, folks. And I see that John is talking about the percentage. John, I have your email here. I'm gonna explain a little bit more about how that works, so we can tackle that. But it's just the difference between booking fee and a transaction fee, and I'm gonna cover that through the email. But just again, thank you, folks, for interacting with us, for choosing Lodgify, and of course, we'll be here for you whenever you need it. Okay, so just use that email as a gift of gratitude for being here. And I hope you see you not on onboarding because I'm not doing onboarding, but I'll see you here in Lodgify as soon like ASAP.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for
Take
coming.
care, folks.